I told you the timer would catch us in the middle of a sentence because I forgot to start.
Oh, hoist by my own petard.
Sorry. What were you saying?
I was singing a licensed song that we can't sing on stream because then we'll be cancelled.
No, not cancelled. But
I didn't mean it in that way. I meant paused.
Yes. Hi, everybody. How are you? Good evening. We're off to a rip-roaring start today.
Going well.
Yes, it's going well. Thank you so much for joining us. How are all of you? Mike is making faces at Alasdair in the corner. We will have him on really, really quickly. We promise you, everybody. Okay. Do the blurb. Go.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the full lid. Oh, shit, wrong blurb.
Wrong blurb. It's the 5th anniversary of the full lid today, though. So
5 years.
I'm mad, though, because we ordered cannoli to arrive today so that we could celebrate the 5th anniversary. And there might have been a I have cake and you don't plan for Mike. But, Mike's power of cake stopping is apparently so powerful.
The cake stopper.
That the cake never arrived.
Stopper is he.
So Mike is getting the last laugh. This is our revenge. Quick before he's on camera, he can't say anything. We're priming him up. We are going to keep this very, very short today. We have lots to talk about. We have a couple of polls that we want you to do this evening. There's a whole lot to do, but we have a very exciting guest for you this evening.
I'm Alasdair.
I'm Marguerite.
Welcome to the show. I'm delighted to welcome back the one, the only, Mr. Michael Aloysius Scamp.
All you wishes?
Aloysius.
Is that what we're doing? All right,
yes,
quick.
indeed.
Here we go.
I love Aloysius as a verb. Fucking hell. Hello.
I was like, should I bake a cake? No, I want a treat. Let's get some nice cannoli. And I'm like, but it can't be the same day as Mike is on stream.
Instantly. You called me out. You're like, Mike has stolen our cake. I didn't steal shit. I didn't steal anything. I just turned. They were like, "Do you want to come down?" I was like, "Yeah, that's really nice. Yeah, you will have a good time. We'll talk about lots of really nice. Yeah, that'll be really lovely. Yeah. Oh yeah. By the way, Mike can't speak right now. He stole our cake. Look at how terrible he is, without even meaning to be. And now we'll welcome our special guest.
Yes, exactly. Hi,
I love
Anna.
it.
Hi, Lorraine. How are you doing? Exactly. It was going to be really good cannoli, too. I'm very disappointed.
It'll show up.
Oh, you were going to make cannoli? Oh,
no.
my God.
Make? Oh, my God, no.
Make.
What skill do you expect to be? No, we ordered some, but it didn't get delivered.
You ordered cannoli. Either way, to be fair, I'm a big fan of ordering. I was going to Deliveroo myself some McDonald's tonight, and I chose not to because instead I found a meal deal in Asda where you can buy pizza, chips, and a big pot of ice cream for $5, so I chose that instead.
I have so many...
Asda.
Yeah. Hashtag not sponsored. Just saying.
He just jots a quick note about, what are we doing on Friday? Yeah, exactly. Man. How are you doing, man?
I'm telling you.
It's been... When is the last time we talked to Mike?
Hasn't
Doing
been
good.
This year.
Yeah, when is the last time that we actually did anything? I think it was Christmas last year, right? I think it was the holidays.
QGG,
last year, yeah.
It must have been because we did the Alasdair. We did
stuff.
we did the extra content, didn't we? And I think we've chatted on Twitter like on and off, but I think that's like the last time we actually met face to face. It's good to be back, man. It's nice to fuck around once again.
Your hair actually looks even better now.
Thank you. This is undyed.
I'm guessing this is the RQGG pre-hair because the full Mikey plumage is on the way. I would assume.
It actually is. So I've already spoken to my stylist because I have a stylist these days. And,
welcome to middle age, Michael.
I know, right? And she's already bought in the dye, and we've already got the haircut discussed. We know exactly what we're going to go for, and I've already negotiated the price with them. I'm actually getting it cut. I think it's next week. So I'm really looking forward to it. It's going to be really fun.
Brilliant.
I'm really looking forward to this as well.
So this is the pre-hair. It's not happening yet.
Pre-hair.
Oh
it's fucking. It's everywhere. And I hate it right now. But it's going to get better than this. Trust me.
This is post-hair. Let's move on.
Don't be mean. I have to get get you a hat or something for RQGG.
I've got a hat.
Do you?
Yeah.
I mean, you have Peter's hat, and you have Halloween hats.
You've got Peter's hat, yeah.
Yeah, and I have the newsie you got me, which I choose to believe is Peter's I'm out motoring surrounded by no one hat.
But that's not very Christmassy.
Could put it like a tinsel.
Wendy.
And here it comes. Good.
He might need a Christmas hat.
I might need a Christmas hat.
We'll have to talk about that.
Should we just wear hats, you and me, Alasdair?
Yes.
Should we just wear hats? They'll be inexplicable as well. I've got a Houston Astros hat that I could just put on, I could put a Santa hat over the top.
Or at least I don't know if I do anymore, but I have the big Russian fur ear folded over the head job.
Da, Natalia.
Da. I think that's what you bought it for. Da, Boris, da, Natalia. Yeah, exactly.
Is it an Ushenka?
Stunning.
I want to say it's called an Ushenka.
I can't remember how it's pronounced.
Because,
it's just the big giant Russian furry hat. It's a stereotype.
Yeah,
know, but it's fun.
It's made out of bear.
Yes.
Potentially.
Yes.
It's in fact very iconic. Because it's got the flapples as well,
yeah,
which you can put down over to keep your ears warm.
In the original Russian, the Flappelovs.
Indeed, yes. Sorry, I forget that it is a Russian design, so it is the Flappelov 1 and Flappelov 2. The first one is an upgrade from the second, and it's a little bit lopsided, but you get around it. It's fine.
I've missed you.
And as well, where else are you going to keep your borscht to keep it nice and cold?
Right.
There's no other place in Russia that's that cold. It's not cold enough, I hear. Some say, in tropical Russia to keep borscht at the temperature in which it's meant to be kept. I don't know where I'm going with this. Help me.
Wendy says maybe she should make Alasdair a full-size turkey dinner hat.
I would wear a full-size turkey dinner hat.
To match
Also,
Chungus's.
hello, Lyra 2011. This is your first time with us, and you've picked a really good week.
Yes. Hello, first-time folks. Hello, Anil and Uraid. Hello, our regulars. This is going to be free serotonin for an hour, so everybody get comfortable. We're just going to have, a real good old time.
It's going to be a rip-roaring time. Yes. I'll tell you that for free.
Exactly. We put the details in the chat earlier about Mike, and God, what don't you do these days?
I know, dude. Don't you now go to foreign climes and talk to people about things?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I do. Well, I have done. So I went to, I've been to Gamescom, and I got invited by PlayStation to go to Madrid Games Week and talk about games and mental health. That was a few years ago now. And I'm planning on picking that back up, actually. I'm talking to PlayStation again at the moment with a view to potentially going out to another convention to go and talk about gaming and mental health now that the conventions are starting to open up. I Twitch stream, and obviously I work for Rusty Quill. So for those of you who are here from my channel, hello, chat. For those of you who haven't seen me before, I'm Mike. Like I say, I'm the head of video for Rusty Quill, and I stream on the Mikey Scamp channel, which is a channel that I started in the middle of this year as a personal project to sort of I get into creative ruts every now and again. And having my own Twitch space, separate from Rusty Quill work and all that kind of stuff, has helped me immensely to smash out of all of those ruts. And so, yeah, it's actually a really nice space, and we have a lovely little community over there. I have a YouTube channel as well now that I've started creating shorts for and things like that. I'm looking into
awesome.
TikTok. It's great. I've got my Instagram as well. Been working on that game pretty hard recently. TikTok, well, it's on the horizon. It's not happened yet, but I'm thinking about it more. Now that my chat has pushed me into it, it's probably going to happen eventually. I don't know why I'm going to make it. It'll just be some bullshit, but at the same time, it'll be fun.
Right. Okay, so, shall we make a TikTok, Mike?
Let's go!
Okay, we're totally going to do this. There we go. This is going to be a completely incomprehensible 3-second TikTok. That's Mike. That's Alasdair.
Hello.
We're live on Twitch. Hi, TikTok.
Hey. Hi, TikTok.
Congratulations, Mike. You're on TikTok.
Congratulations. We'll put you on TikTok. There we go.
Holy shit. My career begins.
I'm
excited. I've never been this close to glory.
TikTok is... I resisted it for a long time because, one, it was new, and two, there was a lot of misconception around the ownership of TikTok and the privacy issues involved with it, and I'm a privacy lawyer, so I was like, I must understand this. And then
She actually does that as well as him.
Yes. And so then there is this wonderful RQ fan community, and they feed people like Alasdair and you such wonderful treats, and it becomes so easy to just do little... Okay, so the way I think about TikTok is, you know how when Twitter started, the kind of the positioning, the way we would describe it as, think about if you could text to the world. If everybody could read your text messages. So now TikTok is, what if everybody could see your Instagram stories? It's literally those little tiny videos.
Exactly. That's a really good way to put it. Yeah, exactly.
And now it's what I do for 45 minutes before I go to sleep at night. You know, it's what's new? I want to see. You know,
as a long time kind of fan of comedy, that's the nerdiest thing I've ever said. Hello, I enjoy laughing. As a student of comedy, because at various times in my life I've had jobs which have basically had people go, "Be funny." TikTok is home to some of the just most randomly fantastic, I wake her up laughing content I have ever encountered. There's a kid on there I'm kind of fascinated with at the moment called Dobbs Does Voices, who looks about 14 and sounds like me. And I can't work out whether he's an elaborate fake or not, because he claims his voice just broke overnight, and now he's this incredibly deep voice. And he sums it up as, last night I went to bed and I was like, okay, Mom, good night. And this morning I came downstairs like, Mother, I desire pancakes. And there is just something inherently hilarious about this baby-faced kid who sounds like Darth Vader. And it's full of stuff like that. It's full of things where you're like, I'm laughing and I don't know why and I can't stop. And I kind of
Ali,
love that.
I get it, man. Have you seen the cat with the incredibly deep meow?
I have not.
Oh my god, it's amazing. I get you, because this happened to me as well, right? I was sat in bed, I think, and I was scrolling. I found it on YouTube. I'm fairly confident it's on TikTok as well. And basically, it's this cat that's on a countertop, right? And it's just this guy filming on his phone, you know, he's like, oh, look, here's my cat. And then, there's no sound at all, apart from, like, you know, the mechanical hiss of, like, an air extractor. And then all of a sudden, this cat just goes, whoa.
Oh my god!
Meow. And it's like, and then this guy is just like, yeah, this is my cat. As this cat's just going, meow. It's like, he has a voice that's slightly deeper than other cats. And the comment section is just like, he has a voice that's deeper than most grown-ass men. Like,
he's the Barry White of cats.
There are two videos that I go back to whenever I'm feeling really shit and I just want to laugh. That is one of them.
You have to send
it
to
the other one
us.
is Lord of the Walk. Which is also incredible, in my opinion. It's this guy who I got into like a little while ago, and I found him on Twitter. He's called Tom Cardy. Have you heard of him?
Oh, Jesus, yes.
Oh my god!
Yes,
we have everything from Tom Cardy. Everything. He is
So
everything.
if you know who he is, and you haven't listened to Lord of the Walk, you've got to. You just have to. It's the funniest fucking shit. Well, in my opinion. In my opinion, it's the funniest fucking shit ever.
Is that what the name of the song is actually called? In this household, that is the "This is my book, motherfucker" song. That's what it's called.
Yes.
This is my book, motherfucker. Get that weak-ass bird shit out of here.
It's so good. Chat. Tom Cardy is an Australian comedian musician who may
or may not be trapped in his basement.
Yes, we're not quite sure. We're not sure if he just started
100% trapped in his basement.
He looks like he's trapped in his basement. He does. So we're not sure if he started this as a lockdown project because there were no live gigs or whatever. But he is this brilliant satirical musician who does tons and tons of fun stuff. Big Breakfast is his. The Lord of the Walk is his. What's that other one that we really... There's so many of his that we love.
His most recent one involves the need to sleep for 8 hours, as expressed by a terrifying, unblinking, eyeshadow-wearing demon who plays electric guitar at you.
He did a collab with another singer about the human centipede. That's all I'm gonna say.
Oh my god, yes.
That.
Red flags.
Red flags.
That's such a good one.
And the other one is
my
about
God.
I am not a cop. What's that? The GameStop's
I'm not a cop,
businessman.
Yes.
Oh god. Oh my god, we could talk for a whole hour about nothing but Tom
Man,
Clancy songs.
there's one bit, right? There's one bit that makes me cry laugh every time, and that's the beginning of Lord of the Walk. And I've shown this to many, many people just because I laugh. And then they laugh at me laughing. They don't laugh at the video. They laugh
Welcome
at me.
to modern content
like,
creation, right? Exactly.
Literally. Like, it's brilliant. He's just like, so, I think I speak for everyone in the room when I say, it's very nice to meet you, Mr. Tolkien. And he just goes, okay. every time I piss myself laughing, and like everyone around me is like, I don't even think it's that funny, but you know what? Fine, he's into it. So
I know, and then it keeps going. And what happens next?
Yeah.
They walk. Oh, it's so funny.
Oh
Oh.
my god.
The
I love it
phrase
so
hacked
much.
by
It's
please
stupid
is-
shit like that makes me want to be a content creator. Because I see shit like that and it's so inspiring. Man.
It is, and yet at the same time, it's like almost trying to make an industry out of genies in bottles, isn't it? Because you just never know what's going to connect with an audience and what's not going to connect with an audience, and like the line between trying too hard fake affectation and genuine pants wetting humor is invisible. You can't find it.
There's very few people who tread that line well. Another person who does it really, really well is Seth Everman. Like, Seth Everman, or the bald man from Spain, he has had so many bangers. At this point, it's just oops, all bangers. Like, his rendition of, like, Billie Eilish and, or my personal favorite, his one of The Weeknd, is like, it's iconic. It's had like several million views on YouTube. I wouldn't be surprised if it's in the billions. But this guy only posts like once in a while, and then he'll drop a video and it'll get 50 million views like overnight. It's incredible. But you're right, he has the same kind of weird silly humor where you don't know how it's gonna come across until it's out there in the world.
And one of the things I love as well is how some creators on there have embraced the ridiculously small time you have to build these glorious running gags. There's a pair of Italian brothers who, across the last year or so, have done these people failing to understand Italian food.
Hold on just a second. The chat is yelling at you that he's
No, I
from
say Spain. I was meant to say
from
Sweden.
not Spain. Yes.
He is from Sweden. Yeah, he's not from Spain at all.
Okay.
Real-time content correction.
Thank you for the link, Wendy. Appreciate it.
Oh,
Seth
Spain.
Everman from Spain. Mike TM geography.
You know,
Okay.
my geography is
Expect
awful.
to get
I actually
globes
had
for
it in my
Christmas,
head as
Michael.
well. I know. I had Sweden in my
Started
head,
with
and for
an
some
S.
reason I said Spain, and now that's out there in the world. God.
Oh my god.
It's
Hilarious.
fine, dude.
Hilarious.
No one saw.
Oh, yeah, but these,
Yeah, no one
no
saw.
one saw. We're not live
No
to
one
the
saw.
internet. Nobody's paying attention.
Don't be silly. We're just chatting in a room.
Yes, exactly. But these two Italian brothers are all about like critiquing people making Italian food badly. And then when lockdown, it wasn't lockdown, it was the World Cup.
Yes.
When Italy started progressing into the like quarterfinals and the semifinals, people from the countries of the teams opposite of Italy would do all these videos of them like mangling spaghetti or splitting it in half, and the brothers would retaliate with like their native. They did something horrible to Bangers and Mash, I think, against the English team.
The best things they did was someone would do food crime, and one of them would just stare into the camera, and the other one would come out, step out of shot, and come back with a crucifix. And the brother would go, no, the other one. And he'd step back out and come back with a slightly larger one. And they did like 35 of these.
Like one point, they're like literally out in a field dragging one behind them. It was hilarious.
Wow.
Just the escalation of it is just a thing of beauty. Also,
That
there's
is
a lot of
dedication to the
crucifixes
bit.
in Italy.
Right? I mean, it's just such a simplistic thing, but they've taken it and owned it and, like, plumbed the full depths of what you could do with it, right?
Do you know what though? I appreciate that so hard because like dedication to the bit is something that well, it can go two ways, like because you can overcommit and then it becomes stupid. But like dedication to the bit, like I've done some really stupid shit for my Twitch chat. Like we have a whole debate about whether my hair is red or pink. I've licked multiple walls in my studio here, and like various other things have happened during the course of my Twitch career. But I do it because it's funny, and I do it because people laugh at it. Like if it wasn't entertaining, I wouldn't do it because it is just a bit stupid. But if it makes someone's day a little bit better or a little bit like happier to see me lick the back wall of my studio, then fine. I've done squats in booty shorts. Like I've gotten about that close to the edge of TOS, I think, on my own channel. And like, you know, but I do it all because people enjoy it. Like I know where my limits are. Right, I know where my limits are, and I will not cross them.
Isn't it? Right, it's knowing and even being able to talk about this is what's okay to be silly and you know about. And now I see everybody in the chat going pink, red. So this is all your fault.
But see, it's a thing. It just happens organically now. I have no control over it whatsoever. If you bring it up, that's all that will happen. It's like shotgun knife. That was a meme that happened when I was playing Valorant one day. And literally, I went up to people and I couldn't work out. I was in the beta and I couldn't work out how to communicate with people. And I didn't have enough time to like go through the whole like text chat. Oh, hello. You know, like, so I would go up to people and get a knife out and get a shotgun out. And that's how we communicated. And they did it back. And that's how you know they're your teammate. And so now shotgun knife is like a thing as well. But like I say, it's all dedication to the bit. It's about doing stuff because it's silly, and that is what I really, really love about being a streamer. Is you can just test the limits of silliness. Obviously, not to excess, but like certainly you can test it.
I mean, and that stuff stacks. It becomes like, okay, we did it once. Like for example, we have a new emoji in our Discord now, which is the void couch, because when we were playing on Halloween, we set up a green screen behind us because we were going to play for 6-7 hours, and our couch cover is
green,
dark green, and you know the green screen is bright green, so the couch would kind of phase in and out of existence, and it became the void couch, which is really cool. And so you know it turns into emojis and t-shirts and references. One of my favorite things about TikTok actually is how many linguists are on TikTok now who are talking about, oh, Mike, come back, you froze, there you are.
He's back.
Are you back? We'll give Mike a second. I'm not sure what's going on his end. Are you there? Yeah.
Mike, you laughed so hard you maxed out dreaming.
Oh, fuck.
I think he's here with us.
What? Oh.
We're getting
it's like having a Mikey soundboard.
Right? Exactly. We're getting little tiny snips of him. I'm trying to...
Oh God!
Are you there?
I think he's back.
I will. Am I back?
Yes.
Yay!
Yeah! Whoa! Fuck you, lag! Yeah, we did it.
The chat started digging, so you know, there we go. We were talking
I was listening to everything you were saying as well. I could hear the whole void couch conversation.
Mikey.exe has stopped working.
It is the thing which continually fascinates me about Twitch, that you just have to show up and stuff happens.
You have to show up and you have to kind of commit, I think, and I think Mike's right.
Oh my God.
You have to, what? Did
Hold
we
on.
freeze on? No.
You keep going. You keep going. I'm just going to have a great time for a minute.
Okay.
Whoa.
Mike has gone to Tahiti. He's fine. Oh, no.
Holy shit. Can I be... Yes!
What is that?
It's where I've always wanted to be, baby, with no cheek.
Where are you, Michael?
I'm in space now.
Yes, by the way, chat, content warning swears. This is not an PG-13 stream. You are perfectly allowed to swear here. So Michael's gone bye-bye. He's having fun.
So I need to ask about your friends on the mic.
Yeah, these guys.
Yeah.
I know they have
These
backstories.
are this is Kvak and this is Honk, and they're part of my crew that I stream with. So Kvak has been a long-term member of my stream. It was actually named after a Swedish friend of mine when I was learning animal noises in Swedish.
Hey, now.
Actual Swedish, not Spanish this time.
Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
I know. See, the thing is, they're commonly confused as far as I understand it, and so I have once again fallen into the classic Sweden or Spain trap. I often will confuse Spanish football teams for Swedish football teams. I often confuse fika with being a classic Spanish snack time. So. It's
now I'm
a shame,
thinking about
but,
having tapas for fika.
See,
that would work for me.
Literally, the only words on the screen in my brain now are Swedish paella, just copied and pasted over and over and over and over. And over.
That sounds really good.
It would be glorious, is what it would be.
Oh gosh, when we went to Finland a couple of years ago, we went for a convention, and we have friends that we see every year in this convention. And the thing they like to do every year at this convention is go out to a real fancy local meal. So the friend picked it. We went out. It was this Michelin star equivalent rated restaurant in Finland. This meal was a submission meal. I think we went in for dinner at 6 and came out at midnight. It had 14 courses. And half of them were fish. We literally proofed and baked bread at the table as part of this meal. It was like a submission meal.
Every single word I'm about to say will sound like I'm making this up. I am not. The bread was served with butter, which was itself served on artisanally crumpled butcher's paper.
Like they would put a lovely piece of paper in front of you and then come back around and crumple it. And then smooth it back down to put the turnip butter on that you would eat with the loaf of bread. It was very good and very fun, but it took a very long time. And a half glass of wine went with each of the 14 courses, so it was quite an evening.
And about halfway through, I looked up, and everyone else around the table had this kind of slightly glassy look to them, and I leaned across to Marguerite and went, "Are we dead?" And she was like, "No."
Is this the afterlife of food?
They laced course 10 with just a touch of chloroform. And now here we are.
It was a fun evening. It was a great meal. It was very high-end and very wonderful.
I bet it was.
But, so here's the thing. Finland is one of those countries where, and they say, in the summer when the sun never sets, we party all night long. And that's accurate because we had nachos while the sun was up at 3 o'clock in the morning in Finland with him in a kilt. It was brilliant. But then they say, in the winter, when it becomes dark, we write murder novels and kill each other.
Also accurate.
Which is apparently very accurate. It is a country that lives in extremes.
I was wondering where the Hunger Games was set. I always had a suspicion.
It's totally in northern Finland or Sweden. Absolutely.
Wow.
And Helsinki's amazing because all the architecture is Russian brutalist architecture because this is a peninsula that's changed hands many times over its history. So
there was a reception at City Hall, and I remain scandalized that the mayor did not demand my badge and my gun. Did you have a badge and a gun, Alasdair? Is that what?
No, but he just wants somebody to demand of him that he has to give up his badge and his gun.
Alasdair just walks in and goes, "I was coming to Finland, and I understood that there are bears here, so I brought my hunting rifle," he says, taking off his deer stalker, which he's conveniently got over the top of his, boating hat as well.
It's just a stack.
And he's just wearing a badge that says "The Real Peter Lucas," and then the guy looks at you dead in the eye and goes, give me your badge and your gun. And you go, God damn it, I was 1 day away from retirement.
This entire department is a
Slam
joke.
your hunting
Slam.
rifle down.
My daughter's about to graduate from high school, and it's my 50th wedding anniversary, and I can't quit. Yes.
Exactly.
worked out who
I
killed
don't
Kennedy.
you know that I'm fucking late for a 14-course meal right now?
I want the real Peter
Good
Lucas like police badge for Alasdair. I'm writing that down. That's brilliant.
Finland is a vibe, hey.
Finland is awesome. We had a great time. It was a fantastic
Sounds
trip.
like you did.
And then we did you can take the overnight ferry from Helsinki to Stockholm, and it's great because you go to sleep and you're just on ocean, in the middle of everywhere, and then you wake up the next morning and you're coming into Sweden through the archipelago, and you're like, there's a billion fucking islands everywhere. They came from nowhere. And so you have breakfast in the morning on the boat with all these little tiny islands. I mean, like little tiny one house all by itself islands as you're going by. It was really pretty.
Oh my god,
Oh,
that's like Alex Newell's dream.
It is. Just next time we'll look for the drone fleet, right?
The ones which aren't
Yeah,
using
I
stereo,
mean, genuinely,
messing
if
with
you
people.
could just beam 4G or 5G there, Alex would just live there for the rest of his days in, like, happy, quiet seclusion, I think. For me, it'd be a nightmare.
On his boat. Rowed his boat with his drones.
Rowing his boat with his drones.
Rowing his boat with his drones.
Well, he'd be rowing his drone with his boat, actually. I think it'd be the other... Yeah, I think what he'd do is he'd find a way to stand on 2 drones that pull a boat behind them. It would be like when you've got the water jetpacks on, except he's just stood on 2 drones that have, like, little pedestals on the top, with a boat just gently in tow as he, like, hovers over to the land and graciously steps off.
all I can hear now is Alex yelling, on Donna, on Blitzen. Who are the other 6? Never mind. Let's move on.
On Dasher, on Dancer, on... Whoa, fuck!
Right? He's got Ripley in the boat, and it's turning into that game of, I gotta take this and leave this and come back and pick this up, and,
And the whole time the dog's like,
I don't know him. He
What?
just feeds me, right?
Oh my god.
What were we talking
Man,
about?
TikTok.
TikTok, man. TikTok is wild and awesome.
TikTok is wild. TikTok is wild. Actually, speaking of drones,
Yeah.
can I pitch something to you, right?
Always.
Okay, what do you think of this idea, right? So, how about, and you got to tell me at the end whether or not you would buy into this, yeah?
Your dragon's standing us
phones,
here. Okay.
right? You know phones?
I know phones.
I am familiar with the concept of phones, yes.
You got an app on your phone, right? To create light. It's not a flashlight, though. Bear with me. You step out the door. Oh, shit. It's England. And, I mean, you can fucking see it here. It's pitch black.
Right.
So, like, and you're like, oh, no. If only there was a way that I could create more light. So you press the button on your app on your phone, right? And here's what happens. You wait 5 minutes, and a fleet of 3 drones carrying floodlights appears over the horizon, beaming down floodlights onto you. And as you walk down your local street, they follow you around, just hovering over you, beaming light down to light your path. You get to the casual party that you're going to.
With your spotlights.
With your fleet lights. And you press the button to say, I'm all done now. And they fly away off into the night.
Have you patented this?
Well, what I want to tell you guys is that was a real service that was offered by Direct Line. That was a genuine, legit thing that Direct Line offered to the Outer Hebrides in Scotland.
Are you
You can find it now. If you search for fleet lights, you can find it. I thought it was... Some people that I've said this to thought it was the scariest fucking thing that they could imagine. Like, the most dystopian that they could possibly believe is that drones are now following you just with lights.
It's like a
forget
Stalin
Amazon.
composition waiting to happen.
Right? Yeah, exactly. It's just... it's just so eye-wateringly future that like I can't believe it. But there's an entire press release online. We're not sponsored by them, by the way, either, just to say. But like I always found this fascinating.
That is
Speaking of drones,
I have logistical questions.
terrifying.
I have so many logistical questions. Like, but don't you certainly you have to have a dense enough population of people who are actually going to use this service so that it can be casual like that, right? It can be.
Or you have a small enough population that it becomes essentially a captive audience.
yeah. Yeah, well, you'd have to have a fairly small... Imagine if that many people wanted their own personal drones while they were out at night. Because what you'd end up with, right, is you'd end up with the people who are like, oh, I'd like to see where I'm going, so I'll get my fleet light, so you get your little drones, and they hover along with you. And also, you get the burglars who are like, shit, where did I put my crowbar? I know, I'll just hold on, I'll just get my fleet lights. So then they get a little beam of light so they can find their crowbar and carry on breaking into someone's house. Like, you know, I think it's multifaceted, and eventually drones are going to crash into each other. What happens then?
No. We can get ahead of this. I'm going to say 3 words, and they're a license to print money. Drone Fight Club.
It's just a matter of time until Rock'em Sock'em Robots comes to its inevitable conclusion.
Oh my god. Drone Fight Club.
Or you bring back Robot Wars, but you allow drones, but you put them in with ground-based robots as well. And suddenly...
Because that's one of the rules of Robot Wars, is you can't have anything that flies.
But suddenly it could be like the early days of mixed martial arts, where you're like, this guy's a boxer. He's wearing one boxing. He's dead now. You know, I just...
Alasdair, Marguerite, you put the boxing gloves on the drones.
Of course you
do. And you give them like a little punching motion. And that's it. It's Drone Fight Club, but actually with like little boxing gloves, with little mittens. It's like Mario Odyssey.
It's a Pixar movie waiting to... No, look at your face.
It really is.
Look at your face.
You could call it Drones and put a Z at the end. That's your title. Ship it, cut it, print it, guys. This is it. If you're listening to this and you're a filmmaker, pay me.
I want to know if, like, Naomi and Mick and Patty from St. Kilda are like, crap, let's go revise that scene real quick.
Drones.
I'll be honest with you. The only way that I feel that would work is if Lawrence Fishburne voiced one of the drones.
Like the Salt of the Earth veteran drone is like, kid, I remember when all of this was nothing but a CPU and a box.
Yeah. And Lawrence Fishburne and Morgan Freeman's there as well, narrating over the top of everything else, right? So you've got Morgan Freeman doing the overarching narrative. You've got Lawrence Fishburne there on the side, who's the constant help and support. I don't know who the main lead would be.
Andy Samberg. It's an Andy Samberg movie.
It could be Andy Samberg.
The really terrifying thing about this is there's actually historical precedent for it.
Well, there's also a lot of reenactors who are out there using spears and falcons to take drones down, so...
I like the falcons.
Yes. This historical precedent. The Hebrides. You're giving me that look.
You used the word precedent, so skeptical face is coming on. Okay. You can proceed, counselor.
In the run-up to I believe it was World War II, a German scientist who had rockets for reasons.
German reasons?
Yes.
Legitimate German reasons.
Decided that the best possible thing that he could do was try and solve the mail distribution problem in, I believe, the Hebrides.
With rockets.
Yes, his idea was really simple. The central post offices for the network of islands would have, and let's be fair to them here, a launch pad. So you would load the packages into the rockets and fire them at the islands which had deliveries. And I'm hoping that the idea is that the rocket would make a soft landing, and then you'd basically recover it, and then the rockets would be either refueled and sent back, or they would just be reused and sent back to the central post office.
I am loving
look this up. This is a real thing.
The gaps. I'm loving the gaps in this, where
Step
it's like,
one,
so we'll fire the rockets at the islands,
Step
and then
two,
I mean, we'll probably recover them, but
Step three,
then they'll fire it back.
Right? Exactly. No, that's just logistics, right?
You got fucking Elon Musk somewhere who's just like rolled over in bed.
rubbing his trousers suggestively. Like, oh, rockets. Shut up, Elon. No one likes you. Literally no one.
Shut up, Elon. Go back to Tesla. Talk about electric cars.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, man.
Funnily enough,
I think wherever we go with this idea next, I think this is the future. I think that this could
Personal
be.
drones?
I think that this could be it. Well, not even personal drones. I'll tell you what, though, the Renault Twizy, for me, was the beginning of the personal drone era.
What is this?
The Renault, not sponsored by Renault either. The Renault Twizy is my fate. Google it if you don't know what this is. Google it right now because I want to see what your facial reaction is. And I'll also tell you that they made an F1 variant of this car. You at home as well. I'm talking to you. Google the Renault Twizy right now. Take a look at this piece of glory. I was going to fucking buy one of these. I was going to put a deposit down on one and pay it off on finance. That was before I started working in the arts. But they are glorious. Like, if you made one of these self-driving...
Oh my... Haven't I seen... Who... Is it electric? What is that?
Yeah, it's electric. It's fully electric. And it was designed as, like, it's a two-seater. It was designed as a personal vehicle that you could just bob around in. And I think if you make those self-driving, you are onto a winner. Seriously. Winner, chicken dinner.
Hydrate. Don't dehydrate.
There's a 4x4 variant of it.
Look,
yeah, of course there is.
Yes, because what I need in my
there is.
two-seater bicycle with a heavy windshield is to go off-roading.
Do
you want to know as well? The doors on that car are a 400-pound optional extra. Otherwise, it comes with no doors.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, Renault. Oh my god, I love French design.
I mean, okay. Let's be generous.
I love it.
Look at the boot. Look at the little boot.
I know it. Can you believe? For those of you who don't know, right? For those of you who don't know, what we're looking at right now is essentially, if you can imagine in your mind a bar of soap and put four wheels on it and sort of curve the front, that is a Renault Twizy.
This one has a spoiler!
Yeah, there's a Renault. Team Renault Formula One actually made a Formula One variant of it. This was released into the Metropolitan Police. There are police versions of that car. Who's going to chase anyone down in that?
I have so many questions. Okay.
Oh my god, it's stunning.
How can you
it's
tell,
so good.
How can you tell you're the cop no other cop likes? You get this to drive.
Yeah, exactly. That's
get the
what you
Twizy,
get
yeah.
assigned. Exactly.
Man, I was so going to buy one of these.
I
Why?
am scandalized you do not.
Can you imagine? Right, okay. Picture the scene, right? Marguerite. Picture the scene. Okay? It's the London Podcast Festival.
Okay.
They have a ramp that goes up to the entrance, and it's totally flat inside until you get to the escalators.
Michael.
I, with my name down the side and racing stripes, cruise into the festival hall in my Renault Twizy, park up at reception, casually flip the keys over to the receptionist and say, "Parker, good," and then just walk down the stairs into the festival bit where we
With your floodlights coming out of the car behind you, one of which is holding a little boombox over its head with a piece of music, right?
Okay. My first question is, do you spring for the doors? Or do you just Tokyo drift in and hop out as it comes to a halt? My second question...
No, oh my god. Yeah, what you do is you don't spring for the doors. You turn to the escalators, and then jump out onto the...
Like total Helen Mirren, one hand on the steering wheel style,
Yeah,
right?
you know it. The windscreen wipers.
Oh.
We're washing the dishes.
I cannot shake the image of you jumping this thing into the main hall as the chorus of "Turn Down for What" echoes out of your personal drone fleet.
No, when he jumps, you have to have the Dixie Lee horn. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
Oh
oh my
my-
god, it has to be.
It Tokyo drifts to a halt. You throw in the keys, hop on the escalator, and you're just making it rain with £1 notes the whole way down. And people are like, "These are £1 notes." Yeah. How does he have so many?
It's just pennies. You're just making it rain with pennies over the side of the escalator. It's actually a real hazard, but no one's saying anything about it.
Everybody's too busy filming you, Michael. Yes,
Yeah.
And that's when the elevator jammed with pennies, and he went flying from 2 stories in the air, Your Honor.
Oh,
And you are in the
hell.
most enormous fur coat in the world.
Yes,
That
exactly.
has been trailing
Yes.
out the back of the Renault Twizy like a cape.
Oh my god. Oh my. Wait there. Don't wait.
Oh my god, you have one! Oh my god, how am I not surprised?
Oh no. Oh, podcast James Bond.
Podcast
Yes,
James
that is a
Bond.
very good description.
The name's Scamp. Mikey Scamp.
Mikey Scamp. Exact. Oh, I'm terrified of what he's.
all right. It's not a fur coat.
I'm
It's not a
terrified
fur
of
coat,
this.
but I do have the jacket with the flipped up collar. There we go. We'll just rock up out of the truck. Of the truck.
The truck, you
The
wish.
truck.
Of the
yes.
truck. We're calling it a truck now, that's fine. We rock up out the truck, and I just flip the collar up. I'm like, here's the keys. Treat it good. Making it rain with pennies down the escalator. And then just like throw the jacket off and like launch it across the thing into nothingness there. And then you just sort of like sit down at your panel table and you're like, begin.
Okay, so we're looking forward to that next year. That's going to be fantastic.
Mike, this has to happen. It just does.
It has to.
This is what
We'll
crowdfunding
start
is.
saving
speak
for
to
your bail
Renault.
money now. It'll be brilliant.
I'll speak to Renault and I'll see if I can get one. I know someone who has a drone. I could just like tape a torch to it or something. That's fine. We'll get permission to fly it in the podcast hall. I can get pennies. That's not a problem.
That is the most podcast sentence that's ever been heard. I can get pennies. It's no problem.
Guys, I don't know if you know, but I'm kind of a big deal. I can get hold of pennies whenever I want to.
Wow.
Up to 100.
Up to 100 of them at a time.
Long as the shop's
I
open.
know. Yeah. Exactly. Exactly.
Excuse me, can you change this for pennies? We hate you so much. No, you don't. Don't hate the player, hate the game. Smoke bomb.
Yeah. As the horn goes off again, don't hate the player, hate the game, and then turn down for what just kicks on
Oh.
again.
Can't stay for long. My whip's parked outside. Mike, your whip is electric. My whip is parked outside.
You'll find no, because I'm too British. I'd be like, yes, it's in the whip.
My whip.
And they're like, what? And there's like an ice cream van outside, and my Renault's next to it, and they're not really sure which one is which.
And that's where it cuts to commercial. Or, like, that's the end of the episode. It's like, which vehicle are you going to get back in and drive away, right?
And the answer is yes. The answer is always yes.
Oh my god, yeah.
Well,
yeah,
at the
exactly.
beginning, the next episode starts. You're, like, in the park with a whippy, and, like, you don't
Yeah.
say anything about it.
Yeah, just...
No. It's just plain silence as birds chirp in the background lightly, and it's just you sat on the bench licking your Mr. Whippy, which has the Renault logo on.
just spray painted on there. It's yes.
Yeah, yeah.
This is going to work. This is going to work.
This is totally.
I feel good
going
about
to
this.
work.
We've got this comedy gold here, guys.
That's true. I have whiplash. I literally have whiplash. I'm like, oh my gosh.
Mike,
It's 'cause
we
the
need
whip
we
too
need to
strong,
make this
baby.
happen. We just do. You know, I mean, if nothing else, I can think of no one on Earth more deserving of a small but perfectly formed fleet of drones following you down the street, ensuring you're always well lit and your theme music is playing. And speaking
Oh
of
my
well lit,
god.
let's segue to Instagram.
Okay.
Go for it.
I've spent an hour talking about this bullshit. And that was an amazing segue,
Thank
Alasdair.
you.
I
Thank
derailed
you.
this for 45 minutes.
Thank you. Because obviously one of the most important things about getting your Renault Twizy, whatever the fuck.
What did you name it?
Yeah,
What's
obviously.
the car's name? Come on, Mike. Live it.
What's the car's name?
Yes.
Live your truth, Michael.
Oh my gosh, you froze.
Oh, man, if I had a car like that, I'd call it like Gary. And that's what I'd have like printed across the back. People
Gary.
would think my name was Gary. I could understand where the confusion comes in, but at the same time, yeah, I'd have a custom license plate that's GRY111, baby. That's it. Grew one. Perfect.
Yes, Compost
well
Witch,
thought through.
this has been entirely train of consciousness.
Yes, it has. Yeah,
Yeah,
welcome.
like the Instagram question was like our opener. Here we are, 50 minutes in. Hey, should we ask about Instagram?
Okay, all right. Look, okay, Ali, I'm
seriously,
so sorry.
seriously.
You did do this. You did ask me. You said, let's talk about Instagram, and then we carried on talking about this, thus continuing the derailment for even fucking
Breathe!
longer.
Oh my gosh, you're gonna die. Breathe. There we go. Okay, breathe.
Oh
The
my
chat's
god.
talking about pancakes. Like
Right?
everyone's having a great time.
The serotonin stream is going very, very well. I think we're all
Fuck.
just fine.
Oh,
We're all fine
Mike,
here.
this is even
How
better
are
than
you,
we could have
Jack?
dared hope. Oh my goodness. Gary the car.
See, but now I'm just thinking about, like, okay, so chat, one of the things we had tried to get kind of together is to figure out some kind of monologue or scene that Alasdair and Mike could do, because they you know, the last time they did something together was the Rusty
February
Quill,
was the Rusty Quill.
the bonus
giving.
stuff, the Mike and Peter
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah.
And so we were trying to get together some kind of play that they could do. And we couldn't find anything that was right
Gary
and out of
Carman. Oh my goodness, Ollie.
Gary Carman.
Gary Carman,
Gary
Mike.
the car.
Gary Carman.
Gary Carman. That's an RQ Streams reference as well. I
Oh,
fucking
it is.
love that.
Yes, very much
Gary
so.
Carman.
But we couldn't find something that would work. So we're like, oh, well, we'll just ask Mike about streaming and, you know, becoming an Instagram supermodel and why he's not on TikTok yet. And here we are, an hour later, marinating in serotonin, everyone. So, needless to say, shenanigans is very optional this evening. So, I think we'll all be very good. So, Mike, focus.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, I'm focusing. I'm not going to say anything. I won't say shit.
Sure you will. Sure. Okay.
Instagram.
Instagram, Mike.
Instagram.
Go.
My Instagram is currently full of pictures of me with a beard being cozy and comfortable. And it has been for a little while now. I've been perfecting my Insta game. And I've been working on phone photography and sort of like working out shot angles and working out effects and all that kind of stuff. I'm currently looking at what phone I'm going to upgrade to next because it has to have a good camera on so I can shoot more stuff for Insta. I want to move into like curation a little bit more.
What do you mean by curation?
Because, yeah, well, I want to get into like, I want to start curating a proper profile that isn't just selfies, because literally every time I have a meeting with someone in Rusty Quill, they mention the fact that my Instagram is just full of selfies and nothing else.
But that's what
So
Instagram is for.
Also, I will have
But, like,
you
I
know
wanna-
the looks you serve on that Instagram. You sir, the camera loves you.
Thank you. I'm glad you think so. I mean, it's all my camera, so it's basically just me making the camera love myself. But like most of it is just me figuring stuff out. I think that most creators, when they're starting to create on a new platform or using new tools, you have two phases that you go through. The first phase is the figuring it out phase. The like, what does this do? How does this work? How can I use this? What's this for? Let's try a different angle. Let's try a different location. Blah, 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 blah. Then the second phase is the curation phase, where you work out what it is that you want to do. You work out the things that you like, and then you use that to then curate a profile that is of the things that you like in the way that you like them.
So it's
for example,
doing the thing you want to do more of, and not so much in the, well, I'm going to try this because I need to learn this skill. It's more of a, this is what I consider to be what I want to do and I want to do more of.
Yeah, exactly. Like,
Okay.
it's exactly that. Like, I have a private Instagram and a public Instagram. My public Instagram is the one that is, like, front-facing, and, like, everyone has access to it. You can have access to it, too. You can just search for me at Mikey
We
Scam.
just put it in the chat. We're good.
And, like, then I have a private one, which is full of, like, my personal collections of photos and various other bits and pieces that I took that I like. And like, I didn't know if I was ever going to make them public. But if you want to, I can show you one of them that's like the kind of phone photography that I'm looking to do.
Yeah.
That'd be great.
And you guys can tell me whether or not you think that's cool or that's legit. It'll take a touch of,
but we will tell you it's cool, and also what else we like about it, because that's what we do.
Well, I'll see if I can find a way. How would be best to send it to you? Shall I
Just hold
WhatsApp it to you? Or?
Yeah, WhatsApp is fine, or hold it up to the camera if you want to show the chat. Whatever works for you.
Oh yeah, I could just. Oh fucking hell, we have the technology.
Dude, we're
I
sitting in
can
front of
just hold it
cameras.
up. My God, it's almost like we've got some kind of audio-visual media equipment here.
Good Lord.
And it wasn't invented in 2014? Heavens,
It wasn't
Betsy.
invented
It was,
in
'cause,
2014.
cereal, but...
No. Right. Okay. I think I am close to finding it. Because like I take so many pictures. I've got pictures from like when I went to Gamescom back in Cologne. I've got some pictures from that I really, really like that I was thinking of posting. I'll show you this one then. So I went to Zurich at one point because I was doing a talk out in Zurich. And they have a park there near Lake Victoria, is it? Where, like, it's near the United Nations building, so it's like round the corner.
Yep.
And it's a beautiful park. It's a beautiful park.
Lake, yeah.
Yeah, it's a really beautiful lake too, and they do some really great food there too. Just to say, and me and the guys that I was with at the time, we went for a walk because we wanted to get out for a little bit. Like, we were on the work clock, and we just wanted to go and get some fresh air. So we went for this walk. And we found this greenhouse, and I thought it was stunning. So I shot this photo here, which I will... Hold on. Let's see if I can get a macro zoom on that.
Gorgeous.
Mike.
It reminds me...
So I shot... there you go. I shot this.
In Brighton. What's it called?
The Pavilion.
The Pavilion,
Yeah.
And like a lot of the photography that I tend to shoot, what I really like to do is I like to have people in the shot for scale and to give the photo a little bit of relevance and a little bit of perspective. So I'll often shoot pictures with total strangers, usually facing away from the camera, so that I can like have a little bit of something. But here's the picture that I was most proud of. So I used to live opposite the river in London to Canary Wharf.
Yep.
And one day I was out in the morning because I was going to an early morning meeting, and I snapped where we go.
There you go.
This shot.
Holy shit.
That's good. That's really good.
There you go. It doesn't do it too much justice on here. So like these are the sorts of where are we?
So kind of like
there we are. Pull that focus.
Landscapey sorts of things.
Yeah, I love it. I genuinely love a little bit of landscape photography. So this one, for example, like I say, was one where I was literally just by the side of the river, and I just shot it. And I thought it was really cool. But I've not posted it publicly because I did a load of reading about how to post on Instagram and all that kind of stuff. And it's like, well, you need to build a portfolio of things that match, and then you can start incorporating new stuff and blah, blah, blah. But I'll probably make some of this public at some point. You guys can be the judge if you want to.
Or
see what you think.
Well, we talked about this a little bit before the stream started as well, and we like cut the conversation off because we thought we would talk about it on here. One of the goals that Alasdair and I have for next year is to come up with hobbies that we will not be motivated to monetize. It's something that we can just do because we love, and that more importantly, we want to specifically be able to do something that we suck at. At least that's for
fair.
me. You know,
Yeah.
we both have that, you know, over performance, must be really good at it, must make money on it, or it's not worth my time kind of training instilled in us. And so I really
Creator training.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, you know, latchkey kid training, gifted
Yeah,
and
yeah, yeah.
talented kid training, you know.
Surviving in the capitalist hellscape, which one day will murder us all training.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I'd rather swim than sink training. Yeah.
Exactly. So, I mean, a good friend of ours who hasn't been on the stream yet, actually. I don't think we've had Mer as a guest.
I mean, really
she's
should.
a really
Hi, Mer, just in
well-known,
case you're in.
talented, very successful author, and she started taking violin lessons this year intentionally because she wanted to suck at it. She wanted something that she could practice, that there was no expectation of performance or delivery, that it could just be entirely for her. And one of the things Alistair's been thinking about that you told me was photography.
Exactly so.
Is just doing exactly what you said. And you know, kind of tying that back to that comment you made about you did a bunch of reading and how you have to build a portfolio and everything. I would argue that that's the exact opposite of what you want to do. If this is what you want to do because you love it and you enjoy it, then don't try to do anything that's going to make it popular or discoverable.
You have a really, really strong visual eye. The composition on both those shots
is really good.
Pops, Mike.
Yeah.
And the thing I think I like the most about it is there is a remarkable care to how you build those shots based on those two. And there's also an awful lot of information. I like that there are things happening at every level of the image. You have a really good eye for this. And I don't want
thank you.
I don't want you to hear that as you have a really good eye for this. You should sell them. You have a really good eye for this. And you obviously love it. So do more of it. I mean, you don't
thanks. I mean, to be honest, I started doing Instagram stuff literally because I just wanted another outlet. Like what happens, right, is I get bored and frustrated. And when I get bored and frustrated, I create something. That's just the cycle that I go in. I get bored and frustrated. I spend a bit of money. I buy in a few props. I'll go and do a shoot. I'll post it on YouTube. I'll make something for Twitch. I'll post something on Instagram. I'll do something on Twitter. And then that's it. Like, that's my, that's my, like, my release at the end. And it sort of calms me down a little bit more. So I started doing Instagram literally just because I was like, well, I mean, maybe people will like the photos that I take because I love photography. It's more of a hobby thing because I'm definitely a videographer when it comes to publication and work and things like that. Like, I've filmed the London Marathon before. I filmed face-to-face interviews before. I've shot with the BBC before. Like, I've done all of that sort of stuff, and I know that I love it. So, like, for me, I know that video is where I want to be. But photography, for me, has always been a bit of a pet project. Like, I watch a lot of videos by people like Peter McKinnon, who you may or may not have heard of on YouTube. He's one of my big inspirations for going out into the field and shooting, like, some really dope photography. And I have equipment that I can do it with now. Like, I saved up for years to get the camera that I'm now using to talk to you guys on, through various other means. And Rusty Quill, like, I've gotten my hands on another camera which I'm able to just sort of like go out and shoot with. And sometimes I love just going out into the wild with a camera and just shooting a load of stuff. Like, I was one of the things that I never published was just before the UK lockdown happened, the first one, I actually went to central London because I was bored and I was frustrated. So I grabbed my camera, I grabbed a monopod, I grabbed a flash, and I just headed out into central London. And I filmed empty streets, as in, like, Regent Street, Oxford Street, Piccadilly Circus, empty, all of them. The only people that were there were camera crews and me. And I have footage, raw footage, of all of those locations empty in the middle of the day. And I told myself that I would go back and I would edit all that footage and I'd make some stills out of it and I'd do a load of other stuff, and I just never did. But I'll tell you what, like, after this, I'm actually feeling really inspired. So if you guys would like to see that, I might just edit it all and stick it on my Insta.
You should.
I would love to. Also, if you haven't seen this, there is a video for a Rolling Stones single, of all things, called Ghost Town, which was obviously recorded at distance in lockdown. And the video for it is videographers in 5 or 6 cities across the world filming empty streets.
Filling in empty streets.
And the way that it's laid out might, even if it's not something where you go, oh, I want to do that, but it's something where you go, I'm not doing that. That sucks. That might help in your process.
Yeah.
So I'll send you the link.
Yeah.
No,
Send me the link. Yeah, I would genuinely love to see it. Like, I watch so much stuff on the reg, which is inspiring to me, so that it motivates me to continue doing what I'm doing. Because when you work in the arts and when you work in creative industries, you have to be self-driven. It's just one of those things that you have to be.
Because otherwise, it's too easy
so,
to spend all your time comparing yourself to other people and saying, "Well, I'm not that, and I'm not
oh
that."
my god!
Yeah, imposter syndrome is baked into the industry, isn't it?
I mean, I was wondering when we were going to swing around to imposter syndrome, because you can't talk about the arts without talking about imposter syndrome.
Yeah,
exactly. It's just
seriously.
impossible.
Exactly.
But like, if we're talking about it, I'll give you the piece of advice that I gave to my housemate. My old housemate, Sarah, she was an aspiring writer. And she worked for a publishing house. I'm not sure if she still does. But she's always been an aspiring writer, and she's written short stories, and she also was in the process of writing a novel. And what she would do is she loved books. Like, she's been reading since she was very, very, very young. And her father and her mother both encouraged her to get into reading in the literary arts.
Yep.
And she would read Neil Gaiman, any Neil Gaiman book. I mean, she was the one who encouraged me to read Good Omens. In fact,
Good Omens
Sarah,
is the
if you're
most
watching
Neil
this,
Gaiman book
I still
ever.
have the copy of Good Omens that you gave me, just saying, which I've read cover to cover. And when I spoke to her, she would read a Neil Gaiman book, and she would say, "I'm not good enough," when you have people in the world who can write like that.
Okay, that's
And I said, Sarah, how will you ever know, if you don't write it, that people don't think your work is that good?
Yep.
That's like being a painter and going into a museum and seeing a masterpiece and saying, "Oh, well, I give up. I'll never be that good."
Yeah, that's what I said to her, basically. I said, look, I don't watch like a Francis Ford Coppola film and go, "Oh, I'll never be a director of photography that's as strong as that, therefore I should just quit."
Yeah.
No, you try new things. You find new things that you like. If you want something, you go out and get it. If it makes you happy, you go and buy it. Like, I buy a few lenses every now and again if I can afford them, because fucking hell, lenses are expensive. But I'll go out and I'll save up and I will do things to actively encourage myself to get out in the field and keep shooting.
Good.
Because eventually you're going to shoot something that you're really happy with, and then that's where you stop. That's when you put that project down and you say, "That was good, let's move on to the next one."
And that's the point, is to find what you're happy about, what you connect with. The world doesn't need more people to be Neil Gaiman. We already have Neil Gaiman. The world needs you to be you.
Yep.
To bring your experience, your perspective, your voice, your history, your art into the world.
For real. Yeah, for real. Like, if I looked at I occasionally, for research purposes, look through the top Twitch streamers in the world and in the country, to see sort of like where I rank, where like other things rank, and like when you start looking at numbers, like they just blend into nothingness, because we're talking about numbers that are insurmountable. Like you cannot perceive the popularity of someone who has 50 million subscribers, for example. You just can't imagine that many people.
That is a country. A country subscribes to them.
It's bigger than a country. Like, it's ridiculous. That's bigger than the population of the Netherlands, I think. Which is like, it's just absolutely nuts to conceive. And I look at people like that, and you cannot allow yourself to start thinking, "I need to stop now because I'll never be that good." No. You'll never be that good. That's true, but that's because that's not you. Like, you bring something else to the table, and that is what people will like, and that is what people will enjoy. So don't be them.
Keep in mind that 50 million isn't all about that person. It's about what support that person has, what sponsorships that person, there's a lot that goes into
so fluid.
Numbers. It's
so fluid.
very much a big thing. Exactly.
Yeah.
I'm really glad that you brought that up. Firstly, because it's deeply inspiring and it resonates with basically everything I do on a daily basis. And
Which sometimes feels like screaming into a void. We know that.
You know.
I mean, that is what we do. I regularly yell.
Into microphones, alone in closets in the dark. It's a really weird profession, man.
Constantly.
It's really, really odd, and I love that you've articulated the point about you get to that point where you're like, this will never be any better than this now. Okay. And the thing which I've spent the last couple of years working to get past is my version of that is when I look at something and I feel nothing. And if it's come out of my head and I'm like, okay, I have no emotions at all about this, or if I look at it and go, this makes me slightly uncomfortable because of how I'm wired and because of my creative upbringing, that's actually my version of, no, this is great, walk away. And the thing which I'm trying to do is rewire my creative process so it goes from, I'm dead inside, it is time to press send, to, fuck yes, motherfuckers! And it's going all right.
You gotta find joy in the work, because the work is what there is, and everything else, success, connection, critical recognition, completely outside of your control.
5 years ago, I made a stupid gag about what my newsletter would be if I had one, and 50 people went, I'd read that. And
today
now
is its
1,200 people read that, and it's its 5th anniversary.
Hey! And it has a Hugo nomination. Yeah,
and it has a Hugo nomination.
Woo! Yeah, and I saw when you got nominated for the Hugos, man. That was nuts. Hey,
that's thank you. That's very cool. And I can't talk about anything about that without sliding down the slope into self-deprecation, which none of us are going to do.
Yes.
So self 5
for the big dog.
Woo!
All right. Exactly.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. We've been going about an hour and a quarter. So here's my suggestion. Why don't we take a 5-minute break for the chat and let them get up and stretch and hydrate and all that good stuff. And then, Mike, if you're up for it, we have some pet-related shenanigans we could read together when we get back. You up for it?
Oh, God. How could I say no? How could I say no? Of course you're going to say yes. Don't be silly. I'm in.
I'm in.
Outstanding.
That sounds great. So
we'll see you in about 5 minutes.
So,
folks.
all right, chat. Why don't you get up and take a stretch, get a drink. We will be back in a couple minutes, and we'll do some shenanigans. All right? Sounds good.
See you, chat.
See you in a
Bye.
few. ready to talk about TikTok
Hello.
yet, because you should see the awesome thing we got for Valentine's Day last year.
Welcome back to the show.
Yes, you talk to them. I'm talking to Mike about why? Wait, you're on the wrong screen.
Yeah, we're back.
There we go. We're back.
There
now.
we are.
You're good. All right.
We'll do it live.
We're just playing it all by ear tonight, folks. So just a quick recap real quick. We are going to do some shenanigans with Mike. Then we'll probably take another short break to say goodnight to Mike. During that period of time, the mods are going to put some video game trailers in the chat for you. Because when we come back, we're going to do a poll. We've got 2 polls for you, actually, tonight. Poll number 1 is we're going to talk about our streaming schedule for the rest of the year. Because, you know, 'tis the season and there'll be some dark periods. And thank you. And we want to get
you said rest of the year, and I was like, what the fuck? They plan their streaming schedules a year in advance? And then I was like, no, wait, Mike, it's the middle of November. There's like 5 weeks left.
Well, maybe we do already have like 6 months of guests already locked in for next year as well.
Nice.
Yes.
Nice.
Yes. But we've got just a couple of blank spaces. We got one more guest for this year. We're going to have some folks from the St. Kilda crew join us next month. But we've got a couple more weeks where we don't have content planned. So we want to get the stream to tell us, do they want a scary story? Do they want a Christmas story? Do they want us to play a game? Do they want us to just chat? So we're going to take that poll. And then on Sunday on our casual gaming stream, we finished The Last Stop last week. And we've got some more trailers of options of games we're going to start this coming weekend. So the mods will put the trailers in the chat for you when we say goodnight to Mike, so that you can go and watch them in advance if you want when we run that poll and you vote. So there we go. There's the rundown.
Fuck.
What?
Damn. It's organized. I love it.
Hi, Mike. Have we met?
I don't know. Have we?
Well, and Jenny. Jenny.
Actually, do you know what? Weirdly, we've met more times than people that I've streamed with.
Yeah, because
no joke, no lie.
Because we've actually met in person several times.
Yes.
Exactly.
Several times.
Several whole entire meat space occupational units. I know, it's weird.
Yeah, right? I know. It's real. It's actually real. You guys are real, and you guys only have some proof that I'm not an entirely digital construct.
You're not an entirely digital construct. I think we've stolen each other's French fries. People who've stolen each other's French fries can't be digital constructs.
That's a Wookiee life debt.
Those
right
are Wookiee
there,
life debts.
You know?
Yes, exactly. Exactly. All right. So, shenanigans coming at you, chat. Well, before we do shenanigans, we have to set the stage for the shenanigans, because the shenanigans this week are themed. And they are themed in honor of Mike, and they're themed in honor of what Wendy put together for Mike. Michael, brace yourself for this.
You are not ready.
I'm not. I haven't even looked at anything yet, let alone I am unprepared in every conceivable way.
Michael, you know who Chungus is, right?
Oh yeah, I've met Chungus before.
Have you
not
seen
but...
what Wendy made? I'm gonna put this up there for
Isn't that cute?
Oh!
Isn't that amazing?
you. Is he not the cutest?
No way!
Wait.
Oh my god, that's amazing!
So I'm showing this to Mike, right? So this is the lovely little chunglet that Wendy...
Chunglet?
It is! It's a chunglet! Chungus has children as well. I mean, it's a whole thing now.
Many children.
So Wendy and the Guild of Costumiers make costumes for Chungus. You know this, right?
They made one for you, Mike.
They made one for you.
Wendy made one for
Are
you.
you ready for this, Mike?
What, are you fucking joking? Is this for real?
Oh my god, where is the link? Hold on, hold that. Keep it out of the camera.
Okay.
Mike, have you not seen Chungus's extensive wardrobe?
I mean, I've seen some of it, but it's mostly the stuff that you guys have shown me, being honest. I've seen some of his outfits, but not all of them.
Well, you haven't seen this one. This is the brand new one that Wendy made just for you for tonight. Are you ready for this?
I'm so excited. Yeah. No!
Okay, Mike.
No way!
Mike, it gets better. Hang on, I'm going to show this to them, and then I'm going to come back and show you how it gets even better, okay?
Okay.
Look at it.
Look at
his
that little
corky face.
corky face.
Oh
Look
my
at Chungus'
god, it's got a
adorable
little
Chungus
corgi
face.
face.
Now, are you ready for the better part of this? The even better?
Yeah? I think I know where this is going. Yeah! Yes!
Look at his little Chungus! Wendy has
God,
made his
cheeks! Are you seeing
person
this?
butt. Oh.
Look, you guys haven't met Cheeks before, have you?
Oh my gosh, he's so cute!
Brace yourself. Bam! Look
Oh!
at his ass!
Oh!
Baby
Oh my
got
gosh.
back.
This is adorable.
Oh, man.
We have like full on Chungus corgi butt going on.
A very good thing. I'm so fucking enamored with that. That's
Is
nuts.
it not
Thank you,
like the
Wendy.
most adorable thing ever? So
It
we
is.
took some like very artistically lit boudoir-esque photos of Chungus this evening, and they will be in the Twitter stream show notes after the stream. So
Oh, good lord.
Damn.
Wendy has named this Buttocks the Chorgi. And I'm sure Buttocks the Chorgi will be an emoji sometime very soon.
That's perfect. That's perfect. Oh my god.
So, with that as the setup, Jenny, our amazing Twitch producer, has selected the following for shenanigans, which is a adorable Tumblr post that I'm going to read the first part of, and then Alasdair and Mike are going to take turns reading. So,
All right.
brace yourselves, y'all. A world where humans have no innate magic, but our pets do. Cat magic is pretty raw, and they mainly use it for getting into places they're not supposed to. They can be trained if you're patient, and will sometimes do favors for their owners out of the blue, but only if they want to. Dogs have been bred for specific magic over the centuries, and each breed can do certain things. Showing off your magic is an essential part of a dog show. Horses come in horse, Pegasus, and unicorn, each with their own magical talents. Fuck knows what birds can do. I don't trust birds.
Nice.
So why don't you read one, and then Mike will read the next one.
Okay. For an
Yeah, go
obvious
on, Ali.
example,
Take it.
Dalmatians have been bred for fire magic. A properly trained Dalmatian will run into a burning building, and all the fires around it will go out. Caution is necessary, of course, because they can also do the opposite.
Uh-oh.
Their favourite toys are often a bit blackened, and puppies must be kept in fireproof surroundings, with extinguishers in easy reach.
I don't know if Alasdair wants to have a full-size
I would
Buttocks the
wear the
Chorky
crap
hat,
out of a
but
Buttocks
I
the
do.
Chorky hat.
I want Alasdair to have that for sure.
Man, can I have one too?
Oh.
Can we have matching ones? Oh my god.
Okay, Wendy.
I'd wear the shit out of that.
Wendy.
It could be like the Russian hats.
Yes!
Russian corgi butt
Yes!
hats. Oh god, what cursed
A
thing.
Shawshanker!
A short.
A Shawshanker Redemptioner. I'm so ready for it. I'm so ready for it. Can we make it so?
I think we're.
Be a thing.
I think this could be a thing.
Yes, pick corgi, yes. Yes.
Oh no. Oh the.
Oh my
evil.
god.
All right, Mike, you're up.
Alright. The Pekingese magic is camouflage. They can change color to match whatever they touch, whether a blanket, a mossy rock, or even a reflective mirror. This ability originally enabled them to hide in a robe, so that their owners could take them into places where dogs were technically not permitted. The classic image of a Pekingese is of it sitting outside a building, appearing to be part of the stonework, until it reveals itself to growl at an intruder.
Portuguese water dogs are canine silkies. In deep enough water, they transform into curly-haired seals, and when they climb back out and shake off, they turn back into dogs.
That is adorable.
Stunning.
All right, Mike, you want to read cats?
Go on then. Cats are often thought to be selfish and troublesome. Quote, Gary Catman, end quote. To only use their magic for themselves, again, very Gary Catman, and for random but odd favors. My God, this rings truer the more you read. This is not the entire truth, though. Cat magic is largely watch and ward, which is only observable in what does not happen. Cats are known to protect sleeping humans from danger simply by being present. Their lamp-like eyes terrifying everyone in a 50... Oh, no, sorry, that's not what it says. Their lamp-like eyes acting as a sort of ne pas possible upon the possible intruders, from pests to more deadly threats.
Pit bulls, over the ages, were bred to emit magic to calm children and help them sleep.
Oh, I love pitties.
Collies can multiply themselves for a short time to corral animals.
Valid.
St. Bernards turn into snow and can feel where an avalanche is going to happen hours before the event. Anatolian shepherds can shapeshift into other animals around them to blend in. Go.
We did this
is
on
for
purpose,
you,
Mike. This is for you.
Corgi magic is banned in most public areas, baby! And one of the few dog magics not to be demonstrated in show. Allowing your corgi to perform magic in public can be punished with up to... What the fuck? With up to $1,000 in fines, even before the costs of the damage to people and property. It's the power of the padonkadonk.
I love how they don't even go
around
into
with
detail. They're just like, it is so wrong, it's not allowed.
It's too much butt for people to handle.
Too much butt.
It needs an OnlyFans. Jesus Christ. Golden Retriever magic is sometimes considered Disney magic, as they typically attract waterfowl and game birds, if you know what I mean. This is not always the benefit one thinks it will be, as some lines have a penchant for attracting swans.
Oh, nice.
Some, however, attract vertebrates of a different sort. One remarkable individual was given an honorary degree in wildlife biology for her prestigious ability to attract frogs and toads, and is currently hard at work in Costa Rica.
Nice.
Fuck yeah. Fuck yeah.
Hashtag I would
me.
die for that fictional golden retriever scientist.
No, you must live for her. She demands it of you. How else would you be able to appreciate all those great amphibians she keeps
Is this
finding?
Ursula? Is this Ursula as a golden retriever?
Oh, it could be. Oh,
do you want to read
that'd be nuts.
about
What?
a cat's
A
protective
sea woofer.
A sea
Water
woofer.
doggo. A seal. Oh.
I know, right?
A cat's protective
God
aura
damn.
gets stronger in response to affection and respect. If you bond strongly enough with one, you can actually feel the magic working, soothing fear and anxiety. They also work in dreams, catching and killing nightmares. Some can do this from several rooms away, while others like to work more closely and will sit on their owner's chests or heads while they sleep.
I want to see that. I want to see the art of cats like hunting nightmares in somebody's streams. That sounds amazing.
Not the fucking cats around where I live.
Right?
Good lord. We've got Gary, Dave, Jeff, and Archie that are all street cats that live around where I live. We don't know what their real names are. We just named them this by looking out the window. And Gary and Dave only come to be fed chicken, and then we never see them again. That's literally the height of the interaction.
That is peak cat.
Right.
Yeah.
Hashtag yes, please to all of this. Why don't you read Rat Magic, because that gives Mike the second and the fourth.
Cool. Rat magic, a mysterious multiplication of something, food or other valuable resources generally, can be pretty handy if you don't mind the nibble marks.
Beagle magic is mostly low-grade telepathy, which is very handy for coordinating a pack hunt, but also makes individual dogs prone to neuroses.
Some cats, like their behaviour of presenting a prey, also sometimes present their owner with a small magical favour. Sometimes this involves a transmuted treat. Sometimes this involves a clumsy owner growing whiskers.
That sounds awesome.
Stunning.
And finally...
What the hell do corgis do that's illegal for them to do their magic in public?
What don't they do?
The magic of the butts.
What do the corgis do?
Twerk.
They're just like, ass beams.
Corgi twerking. I want to see magical
my
corgi
God.
twerking. Let's make it happen, chat.
Creates the quake that only corgis can create.
This was adorable. Thank you so much for finding this, Jenny. We really appreciate it.
Thank you, Jenny.
Oh,
Oh my
Fucking love
god.
this.
poor Wendy. She's probably
man.
right now going, do I really have... She's trying to figure out how to make the flap works, you guys. Because you wanted to make it the Russian hat. How are the flaps gonna work?
The butt cheeks.
Yep.
No.
I see. I was thinking either the butt cheeks or potentially you could have it as like the little leggies, because corgis have like 4 little nubblies, and so you could have like the 2 nubblies front and back with just floof in between, little nubbles.
Yes.
Kind of like
yes.
Kirby.
Yes. Yes. Yeah. 'cause,
You know what I mean? You can see
yeah.
where I'm going with this,
Yeah.
right? Yeah.
The
Yeah?
flaps have
The stubble
Sorry,
nubbles.
Wendy, I'm so sorry.
The thing is, Cheeks
Demonstrate.
has no
Do
feet.
science.
Do
Start with
science!
your piece.
Right. Go, do the science. There's no evidence here of the nubbles. Oh, wait, hold on. I have biscuits. My other corgi.
Your emergency backup corgi.
As you can clearly see here and here, in fact, does have feet, but less of a floofy backside. And so here you can clearly see the size of these would make the inner and outer of the flapples, but
Like,
here
this is the
would
flap,
be filled in
like.
with fur.
I like this.
Point
I
it
like where
on-
your head's at.
Put it on your head in a way that demonstrates how the hat would work.
Okay, look, I'm gonna do it now. So the main aspect, hold on. The main aspect of the hat would be across the middle. But from a side view, look, you can clearly see from my
kinda
headphones
like
here.
this, yes? You've got like a
yeah.
yarmulke going on here. A corky yarmulke.
Exactly. See, look, this is what would then create the flaplets on the side. But ultimately, it would all be in yellow and well, not yellow, like orange and white.
And floof.
You're all welcome for those thumbnails. There you go. Okay.
Good day.
Yes, see, you gotta be able to take off the tour you go do. Yes.
Oh Lord.
Oh, it is a cursed thing, and I'm sure it's going to happen. And
You know when we talked earlier about committing to the bit?
I'm not sorry at all, Salia. I'm not at all. Not at all sorry.
This is it, baby.
Oh.
Committing to the bit. Yeah.
Committing to the
Love it.
bit.
Let's go.
Committed. Fantastic.
Oh my God! Oh wait, hold on.
Uh-oh.
Look, I have another corgi.
Late breaking corgi.
Just
This just in.
Over
2
here.
fingers. It's very serious. Yes.
it's this just in.
Yes,
Look,
exactly.
You can see the size of the littlets here with tail. So that's what I'm trying to get to you. Is what I'm trying to convey is they don't have to be long. It can just be
Vestigial. Vestigial little flaplets.
exactly vestibles. I learnt that word in Alien Isolation.
We have some welcome sartorial corgi context.
It says, if it can serve as inspiration, Yamper the Corgi Pokemon has official goodies as pocket tissue covers, pouches, and its butt as a pillow with holes on the sides to faceplant your head in while you put your arms inside of it.
They're not wrong. You can reach into a Pokemon's ass, but like there's also a
Breathe.
another
Breathe.
time. There's also another time a corgi. I follow so many corgis on Instagram, like Max Fluffy Road. If you guys don't follow them, then you fucking need to. Max Fluffy Road, that would give you some pretty good inspiration because Max has all of the stuff. And Ripley, the fluffy corgi as well. Ripley actually has the fur that I'm talking about from like down to the floor. You all right, Ali?
I'm good. I'm back in the game.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Yeah. Are you aware of the word tan? I am now. I'm English. We don't get them very often, but you know, like it comes
He
around
does.
once in a
He
while.
can faster than I do. It's not fair.
It's Swarthy Islander.
Swarthy
Part
Islander.
Viking.
Not fair.
Nice,
Just a
nice,
V.
nice.
It's not fair. Just, all right. Folks, we are going to take another quick break and say goodnight to Mike. And then, like I said, the mods are going to put some video trailers in the chat for you if you want to watch. And then we're going to do some polls and wrap all of this up and go to sleep on a gigantic cushion of
Serotonin.
corky-shaped serotonin. If we can stop laughing hard long enough to actually make it work. Mike, this has been exactly what I anticipated. A wonderful, delightful, wonderful evening. Thank you for joining us. We should do this
Thank you for
again.
having me, man. It was great
play-
to be
we
here.
should, like, one of these times we should do this and, like, play games. Like,
Yes.
we, you know, maybe
Yeah.
maybe not Among Us. Again, that was... Okay, let's not talk about the bodies. But, yeah, we should...
That was the time.
That was a time.
That
was
was
the time.
a time.
It
Yeah.
gets quoted to me
I'm
all
sure
the
of it.
time.
Where's the body, Mike?
all the time.
I am both very sorry and not at all sorry.
It was one of the most iconic Among Us plays that we've ever done.
It was.
And like, I was just so happy to be a part of the. I mean, what I said, I've watched that footage back like 5 times. And what I said was bullshit. So you were totally right to call me on it. And like, I just can't believe it erupted into what it did.
Oh.
That you watching that back and just the way that you go, I was right. Kills me every time.
It's like one of the best thumbnails I think has ever been of that video is where's the body, Mike? I just love that one so much.
And I was so vindicated in the end as well. Oh my god.
I know. Okay, we're gonna do a quick break and we'll be back. Go watch some video trailers, take a stretch. We're gonna kind of run late tonight, but it's all worth it.
It's all good.
We'll be back in a few, everybody.
Follow me on Instagram and
Yes.
Twitter.
Oh, wait. Let's put all your details into the chat again one more time. Tell folks where to find you, Mike.
You can find me on Twitch at Mikey Scamp. You can find me on Twitter and Instagram at Mikey Scamp. You can find me on Facebook and TikTok at Mikey Scamp. And who knows, there might even be some content there in the future. Keep your eyes peeled.
Fantastic.
Sounds brilliant.
Thank you so much, Mike.
Good night, everybody. Oh, well.
Good night, everyone.
Mike saying
Good
good
night.
night.
We'll
We'll
be back in a minute. Yeah, it's fine.
Bye-bye.
We'll do it live.
Uh-oh.
Hi.
So we're gonna get yelled. Well, how about this?
In about a minute's time, you're gonna be really cross with us.
When the chat starts saying, "Turn your microphone back on," and then we have to sit. See, there it is. There it is. And now we get to sit here and laugh and walk as everybody's like, "No, microphone." I know. We know.
T, it's not you.
We're laughing at ourselves from the past, from the future. Wow, tonight has been a thing. I'm kind of tempted to stop the stream and start it back up again, but I really don't want to. Wendy's like, this is hilarious. We can't see what's happening. Oh, yes. Okay. All right. Come on, Vogue. There we go. I don't want to start the poll yet because so all that again then. Yes, exactly. Mike is wonderful.
Mike's amazing.
That's exactly what we wanted from the evening. Everybody's buzzing. It's great. And now we have a couple things to talk about for the rest of the time that we have together. So we have 2 polls planned for you for tonight, and we're going to run each of them for a good 5 minutes. So that there's a chance for the lag. Hey, Mer.
Hey, Mer. The lag is hilarious.
The lag
tonight.
is hilariously bad tonight. For the lag to catch up.
By the way, Mer, there's been a request to have you on as a guest. So would you
yeah.
like to come on as a
We
guest?
need to do that. We need to set up Mer coming and being a guest. That sounds delightful. Has Mer been a guest?
Nope.
How is that possible? Okay. Well, we'll make it happen. We will totally make it.
Mer, who it should be pointed out, has a really good book out quite soon.
Another one?
Mm.
Yeah. Mer has lots of awesome books. What were we talking about? I'm sorry.
Polls.
Just visions of corgi butts are stuck in my head. This is awful.
Just twerking.
So, you just had to say twerking, didn't you?
Yes.
Okay. So we have 2 polls for you tonight. And I'm really hoping that the lag is going to slow down and catch up with you. The first poll we're going to run is about our Sunday stream because we finished the last stop this week. And we've got a couple of candidates for you. And we'll run that for a nice long 5-minute poll and see what comes out. And then we'll talk to you about the other thing we want to ask you about. You ready? 5 minutes. Start
5 minutes starts now, which for you is 60 seconds in the past.
I'm about to say, poll about to start. 5 minutes to vote. Okay. Mer says, yes, I have, I think. See? I agree with Mer. I think Mer has been on the stream before, but I would have to go back and do math and thinking, and that hurts. I don't want to do that right now. Lol says not book quite soon, book in October.
That's quite soon.
That's 11 months.
It's sooner than November 2022.
Okay, fine. But Mer writes many amazing things.
Mer writes good and other stuff good.
Oh my gosh, where were we? Okay, so we're running the poll about Sunday. And then let's talk about the schedule for the rest of the year. Because here we are in the middle of November. I mean, yes, visions of corgi butts twerked in their heads. Thank you for that, Compost Witch. God, Ryan's going to write a song to that. And that's going to be one of the lyrics. Look at his face! Look at how happy he is. Corgi butt visions. So, December 1st is in 2 weeks. Mm-hmm. We've only got a couple more weeks of streams before the ends of the year. We've got 1 guest lined up. We're going to have some of the St. Kilda crew. Some of the St. Kilda writing crew, specifically the writers and the producers. We're not quite sure which ones specifically. I think it's going to be Naomi. It may be Naomi and Mick. We're not sure yet. But that's going to be our guest in December.
It is going to be a good time as well.
It's going to be a very good time. And then we will be dark for... Excuse me while I pull my schedule, which is not on the Wi-Fi, so it doesn't mess anything up.
Excuse me while I check my phone.
Okay, you guys want to see the boudoir photos I took of Chungus? Look at this. Look at this adorable. Is that not amazing? And then...
Check the butt.
Those will be on the stream show notes for everybody, so you don't have to pay attention. Right. But more, we should have you by yourself. That would be cool. Anyway, God, I have no focus tonight. This is Mike's fault. So we've got the last stream for the year will be probably the 15th of December. Now, that is the first night of Worldcon, and we don't have our virtual programming confirmed yet. So it's possible we may have to cancel December 15th. We'll let you know as soon as we do, but right now we're planning to stream on December 15th. But after that, the 22nd and the 29th will be dark for the rest of the year for the holidays. So that means with the St. Kilda folks, between now and the end of the year, we've got 3 more nights of streaming. So we need to figure out what you want to do for those 3 nights. Boudoir badonkadonk.
Boudoir badonkadonk.
Yes, we'll definitely send that to Mike. We need to figure out what you guys might want to do. So we have a couple of different options we're thinking about. I'm watching the poll. I'm watching the poll right now. Oh, it's neck and neck.
Tied.
It's totally tied.
Oh my goodness.
This is amazing. So our thoughts are we could play a fun game. We could play a spooky game. We could do a ghostly Christmas story because Dickens didn't just write A Christmas Carol. He wrote
There are 2 others.
Christmassy, ghosty stories. Or we could see if maybe you want some more guests. See if we can line some people up. I thought it might be really fun if the mods are up for it that maybe we could interview some of them. And you can meet some more of the fine folks who make all this chaos work. And then last option would probably be just a Q&A or just a chat or, kind of our choice of please be here and on the camera and talking to us, but everything else is up for grabs. We might eat toast. Eat toast on the stream.
Might make that ravioli I was going to make for my birthday.
Oh. Okay. Oh, I didn't think about making you an option. So our choice would be you want to cook? How would I say no to him wanting to cook? I mean, that would be amazing. I know. Folks, the poll is completely tied.
Deadlocked.
This is hilarious. Okay, how long has it got left? It's got just a few minutes left. Oh no, it's gonna come through in a complete tie, and then we're just gonna have to pick, and that's fine. That's okay. But look, the signal says it's working now when we're up.
Yeah, thanks, Twitch.
Yeah. Ooh! Life is Strange!
Life is Strange for the win!
Life is Strange and a flash finish winning. So, okay. That's what we will start on Sunday. We will start Life is Strange. And good night, Kiwi. Thank you so much for coming by.
Good night, Kiwi. Thank you for joining us.
Oh, that sounds amazing. All right.
Also, maximum kudos to that single voter who sniped that like an eBay bid. That was so good.
Right? The very, very
3,
last second.
2, now.
Click. Well done. Very well done. Good job. They all look good. They were all games that looked interesting to us and that we will probably all play eventually. But okay. We know the results here in the future.
I've actually heard really good things about True Colors. Not only that it's really very good, but that it's so minimalist in terms of kind of how you handle it.
Yeah, the mechanics are very...
It's like playing a cutscene. It's very smooth. And
which sounds great.
Yeah.
I've played the other Life is Strange games as well, and I really love them. So I've been looking forward to this. No, unfortunately, we can't interview Dickens. He is in fact dead.
Well, we could, and but we need to get me a beard.
He'd probably be a Victorian bigot. No, we're not doing that.
My dad could do it.
Interview your dad as Dickens?
Yeah.
Plan to play on that for next year. I don't have time to plan anything more for Christmas this year. Okay, so there we go. We're going to play Life is Strange. Now, it's time for me to set up the next poll.
Poll 2.
Vamp!
So I want to show you...
Don't say my favorite episode of The West Wing is Celestial Navigation, or I will
never even occurred to me I resemble that remark. But I am very fond of The West Wing, which is a well-known
Stop
political
it!
drama, and my favourite episode of Celestial Navigation.
Get back.
I was getting these.
Uh-huh.
Vamp assistance.
Vamp assistance. He's just doing sight gags now. And he can't see the chat because I've covered it up. I'm really sorry.
So, it is the 5th anniversary of the full lid. Today. And whilst we have been betrayed by the cannolis, we have, however, bought gifts for ourselves, which are pretty much our entire collaborative relationship in 2 physical items. This is Marguerite's gorgeous new Waterford Crystal candy bowl. Observe.
Which I requested, yes. It's very pretty. I like it. I will put tasty candies in it.
And this is Waspinator.
From the Transformer.
He's a wasp.
Marguerite. Alasdair. Marguerite. Alasdair.
Doggy bot not here.
I love him very much.
I love you too.
I love you too. Hang on. I'm trying to set up the poll. This is not going well. What should we stream next? Okay, so should we play a fun game? What was that?
I almost did the ball games gag and then I didn't.
Are you feeling alright?
I'm not sure.
Hang on, I'm trying to punctuate. All right, there we go. Thank you very much, Ollie. I appreciate you putting that in the link.
That reminds me, I need to show
Ruh-roh.
you a trailer for a game which I don't think we should probably do because I'm not sure we can, but it's a game where you have 2 instances running at the same time, both of which are different, and you have to solve puzzles on each other's screens.
That sounds chaotic, but enjoyable. Okay, we'll have to look into that. Is everybody ready for the next poll?
Let's do it.
Gosh, I'm so tired. This has become so... I've come down from Mike and I'm like, oh, I'm so tired. And it looks like we're almost caught up. I'm not seeing a whole lot of lag anymore, which is hopefully very, very good, which is good. Okay.
Would you like me to explain what this one is?
Yes, go for it.
Very well. This is a poll which is much less specific. This isn't pick a game and we will play it. This is pick an activity. And this is for the next couple of weeks of the stream tonight,
Yes.
where we are now, which we have a couple of holes before the end of the year.
Well, there's 3 streams between now and the end of the year that aren't spoken for, and we haven't picked a particular piece of content for it, so you get to help us pick what we're going to do. And Zalia says, I personally want to see Alasdair play all of Kingdom Hearts. Have you played Kingdom Hearts?
I've played no Kingdom Hearts or any Final Fantasy.
Okay, so we know that the PS4 didn't do a PS2 emulator. I wonder if you can get the original FF7 on the PS5 as like a download or something now.
You wouldn't want me to do the remake with the pretty graphics.
No, I would not! I want you to have a good experience. The original experience. We did the voice casting in our heads, and we liked it. Sorry.
Felt like we were working through a thing there.
You are free to have whatever experience you want, and if you want to come to that story through the remake, I'm okay with that. I reserve the right to mock it mercilessly.
Are you?
Mercilessly.
Is it though?
Is it though? Here comes the second poll, for the love of God. Okay. Today is a very, very, very weird stream. Are you just doing the robot now? All right, look at this. Okay, so ghostly holiday story.
Oh boy.
Very popular.
Oh, fatality. Oh.
I love watching this live. This is hilarious. Or Final Fantasy 15. I've never played 15. That's
Is 15
is that
the
Supernatural
road
the
trip?
road trip? I think that's 4 guys in a car. Which okay, fine. That
It's a
would
flying car.
Does it fly?
It flies a bit.
I hope it flies. As long okay. My favorite character in all the Final Fantasy games is Sid, because he's in every single game. So, and I don't know who Sid is in 15, so that would be very interesting.
Is Sid the guy who has like the scarf and the face?
That's Vincent.
Is Sid the dog?
No, the Sid's the guy with the airship.
Okay.
The High Wind. Always got to have an airship. It's also who I based my long-running Deadlands character on.
I was suspecting as such.
2 parts. 1 part Sid from Final Fantasy VII. 1 part Captain Signe Mallory from Down Below Station by C.J. Cherry.
Interesting.
Yep.
Never read that either.
That is a good formative piece of hard feminist 80s sci-fi.
I think I've read exactly 1 Cherry.
Okay.
I think I read Rimrunners.
I think a lot of the rest of her books involve space cats,
Yes.
if I remember correctly.
There were space cats in Rimrunners. Yes, I remember that much.
Well, I mean, is there a U.S. Christmas ghost story tradition? No, there's not. You get the...
Sleepy Hollow.
That's not Christmas. That's Halloween. In the U.S., you get Hallmark movie Christmas. You get saccharine, formulaic... I am not a fan of Christmas movies, the genre. I know lots of people are. I know Mer's a huge fan of Christmas movies.
They have their moments.
I know they have their moments, and I know some of them are better. And I finally watched The Princess Diaries and
Both of
actually
them.
liked the first 2 of them. But they're not for me. But they are... now, Miracle on 34th Street and the one with the angel gets its wings when you read the bell and Jimmy Stewart.
It's a Wonderful Life.
They're all in this vein of Dickens. Go.
Which is about to have a live table read for charity with Jason Sudeikis in the Jimmy Stewart role.
Oh, that sounds amazing.
His uncle in the role of Jimmy Stewart's uncle. And although they haven't said this out loud, it's the only one that makes sense. Martin fucking Sheen as Casper.
Oh, that would be amazing.
Isn't that incredible?
I would listen into... I don't like the Christmas movie oeuvre. I don't.
Aside from Muppets Christmas Carol, which is a piece of perfect cinema,
Well, that
as
is
any fool know.
the only perfect Christmas movie, as far as I'm concerned. Because the rest of them tend to be sad and depressing.
How?
I'm sorry, have you seen The Snowman?
Oh, yeah.
Even Rudolph is sad and depressing. Okay. The thing that I've liked the best about Christmas movies is probably that old Garfield special. Or the animated one with the California raisins. I liked that one.
Garfield Scared Stupid is the ultimate Garfield animated special, and I will brook no discussion on this.
I don't know if I've seen Garfield Scared
If you don't do jumping jacks with Binky, you'll grow up to be worthless. That one.
Wow, that sounds uplifting.
It loses something in the delivery.
Hard pass. There's one where... Oh, yeah!
A Christmas Story.
A Christmas Story. The one with the lamp and where the kid is threatened with getting his shine and gets his... Yeah. They're all horrible family cautionary tales. I mean, look at Home Alone. It's how do you leave a small child to defend itself against burglars,
Home Alone is...
and deal with Donald Trump. My God, the poor kid.
Home Alone is Sesame Street Die Hard.
Oh, crap. Boom. I'm not going to unsee that now.
Seconds left if you want to stage a last-minute rally for A&M's choice.
I think we're looking very much at a Ghostly Holiday Story with a second choice of cooking. Yeah, the lamp, right? The lamp. And that poor woman can't have a hot meal. It's really frustrating.
Did you see the like 300, 400 pound Home Alone house Lego set?
God, why? I don't think I...
Because, thank you, Mer. Because that is amazing, unique storytelling.
Oh, okay. All right.
We have a winner. Ghostly Holiday Story.
Ghostly Holiday Story is, in fact, the preference. That can be arranged. You said there was a couple of them, yeah?
There's a short Dickens one. There's a really honking long Dickens one. There's a bunch of good winter ghost stories, which we could do without any difficulty.
This is a spoopy loving chat, so
Spoopy.
we will make Christmas spooky. How am I gonna make... I gotta find a way to make Christmas spooky happen.
Slightly evil green.
No, I'm thinking I'll go full the long dark. Very dark and snowy and...
Candles and shit.
We could have you read it with literally a candle and no other lights.
Mm.
Can I... It's hard to light a scene with a candle. We'll think about it. We'll figure something else. Do I have to start this next week?
No.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. We'll think fast then.
It's fine. We'll do it on the night.
How about that? See? Okay, fine. Die Hard is the See? Okay, that's true. There is the Christmas movie... There are Christmas movies, and then there are the Christmas movie genre. And the Christmas movie genre is the Hallmark stuff. And then you have Die Hard. Alien vs. Predator is a Christmas movie. Slither is a Christmas movie.
Kiss Kiss Bang Bang.
Kiss Kiss Bang. God, I love Kiss Kiss Bang Bang. That is a brilliant movie.
The Nice Guys.
Long Kiss Goodnight.
Yep. Basically anything written by Shane Black, which isn't The Predator,
Right.
and sucks and should be destroyed, will happen at Christmas, and it is worth your time. I think even Predator happens at Christmas, but there's too much flexing and
grunting. And
if it bleeds, we
innuendo.
can kill it.
Yes.
Yeah, you are 15 years of getting at least passably good at this, Arnold. Just stand in the corner and sweat.
Right.
There's
Exactly.
a love.
With low light warm bulbs and one token candle in frame. I think if I experiment with it, I can probably pull that off. The Great Escape. The Italian Job's always shown at Christmas as well. Yeah. There's a Christmas Vampire? I don't know any Christmas vampire movie.
Hey, pardon me. I too am unfamiliar with Christmas vampires. I was about to say that one of my favourite Christmas movies is Anna and the Apocalypse, which is a high school zombie musical.
That's really, really good.
It's not happy.
Griswold
At all.
Christmas Vacation? I don't know what that one is.
That'll be National Lampoon's Christmas
Oh,
Vacation.
I don't like National Lampoon all that much. Not so much my friend. Kiss Kiss Bang Bang. Beautiful movie. That is the Robert Downey Jr., Val Kilmer.
What? There were 6 shots in there. I figured you'd have like a 5% chance. Who fucking taught you math? That one.
Gay Perry.
Gay Perry.
God, I love Gay Perry so
And
much.
to all you fine people in the Midwest, I'm really sorry we said fuck so much.
Wasn't that his first post-recovery movie?
No, he is still ill. And
Not Val. Downey.
Downey Jr. Yes, that was his first poster.
So that was
and
his
you could see it. You could see him going, wait, this is fun.
Yeah, that was the first movie he did when he got sober. And, oh God, yeah, that documentary about Val Kilmer is coming out soon, and it's going to rip my heart out and show it to me.
One of the many, many reasons that when Maverick finally comes out, I will be the only one in this household that goes to see it.
Yes, that's all
is
you.
I know what happens to Iceman, and it is the inciting incident.
I'm sure of it. I can tell you the 4 beats of that movie now. I don't need to go see it. I know what they are.
I just sincerely hope that the 4th beat is the one which they have the courage to do.
Yeah, they freaking better. You're not here to listen to us debate about...
I wrote a piece about that film 2 fucking years ago. And I'm going to be proved right, or I'm going to be sad. One of the two.
I'm not here to subsidize Tom Cruise's long overdue midlife crisis.
The second one. He just wrote the first one out.
No, she divorced him and got away.
Waited until the power went in the compound and ran.
Yes.
Allegedly.
Precisely. Oh, but there are great Christmas episodes of Leverage that I can go
There are
watch again.
fantastic Christmas episodes of Leverage. There is a genuinely beautiful two, in fact, I believe, genuinely beautiful Christmas episodes of The Librarians, which I cannot watch because they destroy me.
Oh, why did you have to remind me? Oh. I've never watched the last episode of The Librarians. and I've never watched the last episode of Limitless, the TV show.
Because that way there'll always be more.
Because that way they didn't end, as far as I'm concerned. And I love the Librarians almost as much as I love Leverage. And I don't want to let it go.
There's also some very good Supernatural Christmas episodes, but none of them are especially happy.
Yeah.
That is the show that coined the phrase Lonely Hobo Christmas.
1, pejorative. 2, sad. No, let's not. I don't want sad Christmas things. Spooky Christmas is fine. Spooky winter is fine. But like, sad, no, not here for it. That and I watched way too many Christmas musicals.
Do you know what might be a good, and I use this word cautiously,
we're just babbling, you know that, right?
Good spooky Christmas movie. You ever seen High Spirits?
No.
It is super racist in one very specific way, and that it is a film set in an Irish haunted castle, written by people who have never seen Ireland.
Oh dear.
However, the opening is Peter O'Toole, as the new eccentric owner of the castle, on the phone to his banker going, No, sir, for the last time, my name is not low-life shit for brains. And were it that, then it would be clear that my mother truly did not love me. I do not have your money. Good day. And then it kind of builds from there. Beetlejuice, that's slightly festive at the very least.
How is Beetlejuice a Christmas movie?
No, it's got dead people in it, and they come back.
And on that note, that's not Christmas me in the slightest. What a stream, right? I'm kind of like, all right, so let's do a recap. Sunday,
Life is Strange, True
we'll
Colors.
be starting Life is Strange. But Friday, which is before Sunday, which I just forgot, is when the full
The
lid.
next issue of the full lid will come out, which is a bumper fun issue this week.
Yes.
It is our 5th anniversary. We have an interview with Barry Nugent, writer of Trail of the Cursed Cobras, which we reviewed on Halloween. There is a piece talking about the Star Trek fuckery and trying to place it in a wider cultural context and why this has hit people as badly as it has.
Because they gave us 3 days notice! And because they literally had the entire cast of Discovery out for Destination Trek last weekend! And then Paramount turns around and says, LOLs, no!
That's actually about it. I cut a couple of the
There
jokes,
are
but the
2
through line is
articles
very
this
similar.
week that have sources quoted.
That's
so
never a good thing.
I need to
It's
get
never a
editing
good thing.
now. Okay.
And there's a very large piece where I process my feelings about the depiction of large men in contemporary genre cinema. Harkonnen, you fuck. But also that Gilgamesh and Phastos in Eternals are actually really fun and
Yes,
good.
they are.
But also in some ways, their depiction is less than good.
Still not good. Yes, exactly. So that's Friday. Sunday is... What are we playing?
Life is Strange, True Colors.
Brilliant. And then next Wednesday, we will be back with a spooky story the holiday variety, or at least the winter variety. Probably the holiday variety. It may be Dickens, which means content warning, all the accents.
There's one of them's only 1,100 words long. How bad could it be?
I'll remind you said that. I've been Marguerite.
I've been Alasdair.
And this has been a whole lot of fun.
We'll see you next time.
We'll see you next time, everybody.